welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some turmeric coconut chicken and I'm going to be serving it on top of some rice. So this is going to be fantastic. I'm very excited to try this out. So let's begin. Very first thing we're going to do is start with our chicken. We need to get that cooking. So I'm going to add in some coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, I would probably use olive oil. But I figured since it's a coconut recipe, I use some coconut oil. Okay, and then once that gets all melted down, I'm going to add in the chicken. And we're gonna cook the chicken for about 5 to 7 minutes on each side. We wanna make sure that it's almost done cooking, close if not done cooking. So we're gonna place these all in here. I'm using chicken thigh, but you can also use chicken breast if you like that better. So we'll see you when it's time to flip. Okay, it has been about 6 minutes, so I am going to flip this chicken over. Ooh. Okay, it is starting to get some nice color on there, so I'm gonna let this go for probably around another 5 to 7 minutes and we'll check to see how it's at. Okay, it is time to take the chicken out, so I'm gonna get the little pieces that are stuck on. Okay, good enough. And then we're done with the tongs. Now I'm going to cover the chicken in some tin foil just to let it rest and keep it warm while we're doing the rest. So now it is time to add in some onion. I have 1 onion and 1 bell pepper. I'm using red. Okay, and we're gonna get this sauteing in those leftover oils. Okay, in the meantime, while that's going, I am going to take some chicken broth, and I'm gonna need a cup of chicken broth. Okay, so there's a cup of chicken broth, and then I'm gonna need a tablespoon of cornstarch, and we're gonna plop that in there. Then we're gonna give it a whisk, and this is going to really help us thicken our sauce so that it comes out to be a really nice texture. Whisk in all that cornstarch. Awesome. It's already starting to smell really good. Okay, and once that has got to a good texture, we're gonna add in 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, depending on how garlicky you want it. I have 4 cloves. Okay, and then we're just gonna mix that together. So get that cooking until it is fragrant. Okay, I'm really starting to smell that. So it is time to add in our mixture with the cornstarch and the chicken broth. We're gonna get that going, mix it all together. Kind of wanna deglaze the bottom of the pan too. Make sure bits aren't burning on. Oh, this is looking delicious. Okay, and then it's time to add in some seasonings as well. So for the turmeric, come on, there we go. You need about a half a teaspoon of turmeric. I'm gonna do an overflowing one because I do really like turmeric. And we'll add a nice vibrant yellowy color to this. And then you need some red pepper flakes. I'm gonna be using about 1/4 of red pepper flakes as well. Depending on how spicy you like it, add more or less. And we're just going to mix that all together. Get all that going. That cornstarch is really nicely starting to thicken up the sauce too. So we're gonna get that all cooking together until it gets nice and thick. We want it to be able to pull this and for it to slowly come back together. So it's about getting to that point. Okay, this is looking fantastic. So now it is time to add in our coconut milk. You need 1 whole can of coconut milk. So we're gonna open this up. Ooh, it's leaking over. Okay, and then we're gonna just dump this in. Awesome, and we're gonna give that a mix. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. We want all the coconut milk to get incorporated and for it to start thickening up everything. This is looking so good. It's a beautiful golden yellow color. Okay, and while that is going, I'm also gonna get my rice going. So I have my Instapot out and there is a cup of rinsed jasmine rice in there and a cup of water. And then we're gonna come over here and turn on the pressure cooker for 5 minutes, and we're gonna press start, and it's gonna take a few minutes for it to come up to pressure, and then I'll let it cook for the 5 minutes under pressure, and then it's gonna slowly start to natural release, and I'm gonna let it release for 10 minutes. So that will be ready hopefully in time for when our little dish is done. Really? Oh my. Really? Are you a good kitty cat? Oh, yes you are. Hi. Hi. Did you smell the chicken cooking? Did that smell yummy? Okay, this is looking fantastic and it's smelling so good. So it is time to add in our cream. I need a half a cup of heavy cream. And we're going to add in here. We'll get that all mixed up with everything else. Okay, and then the final step is just to add back in our chicken. So, I'm going to take this out. There we go. And I cleaned the tongs so it's fresh, so I'm not spreading any germs. We're gonna just place those all in the sauce, kind of get them covered in there. We're gonna nestle them in there, just like so. Okay, and we're just gonna let that simmer in there for about 5 to 10 minutes so it can really get all of the sauce kind of infused in it, and it will finish cooking off any of the chicken that may not have cooked all the way through. So I will come back when all that is set. Okay, everything is done and it is time to give this a taste. So first, open up the rice. This is looking fantastic. I'm just gonna fluff it up a little bit in here. And we're gonna get a spoonful of this. It's gonna be so good. Okay, and then we're gonna take a piece of chicken. There we go. I'm gonna get some of the sauce underneath. This looks fantastic. I'm so excited to try this. And the last thing I'm gonna do is sprinkle on a little bit of cilantro to top everything off. This is looking so good. Okay, and now it is time to give it a taste. So I'm gonna cut up a piece of chicken. Then we're gonna get a little bit of rice, the sauce on it, and the chicken, some cilantro. Perfect bite. This is very hot. This is so good. The chicken was cooked perfectly. It's nice and done, but it's still juicy, so that's awesome. The sauce on this turned out so good with the mix of the onion, the garlic, and the peppers in it. Add a great flavor to it. The coconut in this is fantastic. I love coconut, so it's hard to go wrong there for me. And just everything blends together really nicely, and it made a nice, like, thick, creamy sauce. So it is perfect to have over this rice, and I'm just very happy with how this all turned out. And then the cilantro adds a nice freshness to it. I love cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can always switch it out with something else for a fresh herb on top, or just not have it too, but it does add a nice brightness to it as well. So overall, I am very happy with how this all turned out. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.